All right, so this week we're going to be sending home 2 questions every day, as well as formative loop. These 2 questions are what we're doing in class, and then the strategies that we're learning currently in class. So I'm going to do an example together. So while you're doing it this week, you know how they're saying it in class, so if you'd like to help them at home. This 2 question of the day should only take about 5 to 10 minutes, and then another 5 minutes on formative loop. All right, so here's our instructions. We must draw a strip diagram and write an equation for each problem. A strip diagram is a part-whole map, meaning if I'm given 2 parts, can I find the whole? Can I find the total? An equation is a number sentence with an equal sign. All right, I'm only giving you 2 problems a night for this reason, so that we can stop, slow down, use our strategies. There are 432 apple trees in an orchard. There are 241 apple trees in another orchard, so a different one. We want to know what is the difference between the number of apple trees in those 2 orchards. So if you've noticed, I boxed in that keyword difference. We want to know the difference between the 2. So we've been practicing looking at our keywords and understanding what difference means. If I want to know the difference of something, I know that we're going to use the operation of subtraction. We don't want to know the total. We want to know the difference between the 2. Okay, so here's our equation. We're subtracting 432 minus 241. Here's our number sentence with our equal sign. Now, in our strip diagram, we want to know the difference between the 2. Let's go ahead and solve and show our work. We know that our bigger number will go up top. We line it up according to place value. So we have our ones, tens, and hundreds placed. We can do 2 minus 1, so it's 1. But we cannot do 3 minus 4. We go next door to get 10 more. Well, if we're giving next door, that 4 becomes a 3. This 3 gets 10 more, it's now a 13. Now we're ready to subtract. 13 minus 4 is 9. 3 minus 2 is 1. So if we plug that into our equation, 432 minus 241 equals 191. And we've also been focusing on using the inverse operation to double check our work. So that means we're going to use the opposite of subtraction, which is addition, to double check our answer. So we're going to take 241 and we're going to add 191 to see if we subtracted correctly. We should get that top number. 1 plus 1, 2. 9 plus 4, 13. I carry over. 2, 3, 4. So that means we did subtract correctly. The answer that we thought was 191 actually is 191. Now, Jax, how would I show that in a strip diagram?
We could start with 432 as our top number.
Okay.
And then we could break it down by 241.
Which means I'm finding the difference between the 2. That gives me this missing number. So that means my 2 parts together, 241, and this number gives me my top answer, 432. So let's plug it in. If I plugged in 191 was 241 and 191, did that give us a total of 432?
Yes.
Yes. And then we're done with our problem.